Welcome to my channel, where today we are going to explore 5 Roosevelt dime coins that collectors are watching very closely. These 5 dimes may look simple, but their mint marks, condition, scratches, and rare details can make them highly valuable in today's auction market. Stay tuned as we take a closer look at these 5 amazing dime coins and discover what makes them special. First coin. The 1999 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark is one of the most commonly found modern United States coins, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and intended for everyday circulation. Yet in the world of numismatics, even a common coin can become extremely valuable when it presents rare mint errors, exceptional preservation, or unusual striking characteristics that set it apart from billions of standard pieces produced in the same year. And this is why collectors still closely examine every detail of such dimes, including condition, strike quality, luster, and microscopic variations that could turn an ordinary 10-cent piece into a high-value auction item, potentially reaching thousands or, in extremely rare cases, reported claims even approaching $40,000 in specialized collector markets where unique error specimens or top-graded examples are involved. And the standard Roosevelt dime of 1999 P mint mark carries an official weight of 2,268 grams, with a very small mint tolerance range that allows slight variation but still remains close to this figure. Whether the coin is circulated or uncirculated because weight does not change through circulation. Only surface wear and detail sharpness are affected over time, and in circulated condition the coin may show smoothing on Roosevelt's cheek, fading of torch bands, and visible scratches or contact marks from handling, pocket wear, and coin-to-coin friction, while still maintaining its core design integrity, including the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch with olive and oak branches on the reverse. And when evaluating circulated examples, collectors focus heavily on grading factors such as fine, very fine, and extremely fine, where an extremely fine or XF condition dime will still show strong detail in the hairlines and torch elements, but with light flattening on the highest points, whereas an uncirculated specimen or mint state coin will display full original mint luster with no wear, sharp strike lines, and clean surfaces that reflect light evenly across both sides. Although even mint state coins can still carry minor bag marks or small contact scratches from the minting and storage process. And these imperfections become extremely important in determining final value, because professional grading services assign numerical grades such as MS60 to MS70 that can significantly change market pricing. And while a regular 1999p Roosevelt dime in circulated condition is typically worth only face value or a small premium of a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition, certain rare varieties such as off-center strikes, double die errors, broad strikes, or exceptionally high-grade MS67, MS68, or above certified examples can attract strong demand from collectors. And this is where the conversation about high auction values becomes relevant, because in some rare documented cases, error coins or perfect condition specimens have been reported or listed in auction environments with prices reaching into the thousands or even higher when competition between collectors is intense. And in extreme speculative or unverified claims, some listings suggest values as high as $40,000 for unique combinations of mint errors, flawless preservation, or historically significant grading results. But such prices are not representative of normal 1999p Roosevelt dimes found in circulation and instead represent rare exceptions that require extraordinary conditions. And when inspecting a coin for potential value, collectors carefully check for scratches, as even small surface marks can significantly reduce grade level, along with checking edge reading sharpness, overall strike clarity, and any signs of cleaning or damage, which can also reduce collector appeal. Because originality is one of the most important factors in numismatic valuation, and an uncleaned coin with natural toning and original mint luster is generally preferred over a cleaned, shiny surface that has been artificially altered. And as a result, the difference between a common circulated dime and a high-grade uncirculated specimen can be substantial, especially when certified by major grading companies. And although the 1999p Roosevelt dime is not considered a rare date in standard circulation, its study remains important for collectors because it teaches how grading, condition, mint errors, and market demand together determine the final auction value. And this is why even a small 10-cent coin continues to attract attention in the numismatic world where precision, rarity, and preservation define whether a coin remains ordinary or becomes a highly valuable collectible piece in today's competitive market environment. Next coin. The 1993 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark is a United States 10-cent coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint and released into circulation in large quantities. Yet despite its common production, it has become a subject of strong interest among collectors when certain rare characteristics, mint errors, or exceptional grading conditions are discovered, because even modern coins that appear ordinary at first glance can sometimes reveal hidden value in the numismatic market. And this is why careful inspection of every detail, such as surface condition, strike quality, weight consistency, and environmental impact is extremely important when evaluating a 1993 P Roosevelt dime for potential collectible worth. And the standard official weight of this dime is 2,268 grams, whether it is circulated or uncirculated, because the weight does not change through use, but the appearance and surface integrity do change significantly, depending on wear and environmental exposure. And in circulated condition, the coin typically shows signs of handling, such as softened details on Roosevelt's cheek and hair, minor loss of original mint luster, and visible scratches or contact marks caused by movement through wallets, pockets, and vending machines, while still retaining the basic design structure of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse. And when examining a circulated example closely, scratches become one of the most important indicators of grade reduction, because even fine hairline marks can lower the coin's classification from extremely fine to very fine or lower, depending on severity. And in this specific discussion, the front side condition is described as fine, meaning that Roosevelt's portrait is still clearly visible, but shows moderate wear on high points such as the hair above the ear and around the jawline, while the reverse side is affected by environmental damage, which refers to chemical or physical surface deterioration caused by moisture, oxidation, soil exposure, or improper storage, leading to dark spots, discoloration, or uneven toning that reduces both visual appeal and collector demand. And environmental damage is particularly important in numismatics because it is considered more severe than normal wear, often placing the coin in a lower collectible category even if the strike details remain visible. And when comparing circulated and uncirculated versions of the 1993 P Roosevelt dime, the difference becomes very clear, as an uncirculated specimen maintains full mint luster, sharp torch bands, clean fields, and original shine without any wear, while also weighing the same 2,268 grams, but appearing significantly more brilliant under light, and uncirculated coins are often graded from MS-60 up to MS-70, depending on their preservation, with MS-65 and above considered gem quality and highly desirable among collectors. And although most 1993 P dimes are extremely common and typically worth only face value in circulated condition, certain rare varieties, minting errors, or exceptionally high-grade certified examples can create surprising auction results, especially when combined with strong collector demand and scarcity in top-condition populations. And in some reported numismatic cases, coins with unusual error features such as double die strikes, off-center impressions, or dramatic mint anomalies have reached high auction prices, and in extremely rare and sometimes debated listings, values as high as approximately $28,000 are associated with unique or extraordinary examples of modern Roosevelt dimes, although such valuations are not representative of standard circulation strikes and only apply to coins that meet very specific rare conditions verified by professional grading services. And it is important to understand that the majority of 1993 P Roosevelt dimes found in everyday change will not carry significant monetary value beyond their face value, especially when they exhibit scratches, environmental damage, or wear that lowers their grade. But the possibility of discovering a high-grade or error coin keeps collectors motivated to examine even the most ordinary-looking specimens. And when evaluating any potential valuable dime, experts focus on a combination of factors including strike sharpness, surface preservation, absence of cleaning, originality of toning, and overall eye appeal, because even small imperfections can drastically reduce market price, while a perfectly preserved coin with strong luster and certified grading can attract competitive bidding in auctions. And this is why the 1993p Roosevelt dime remains an interesting piece in modern coin collecting, serving as a reminder that value in numismatics is not determined only by age or face value, but by condition, rarity, and the unique characteristics that separate an ordinary coin from a potentially extraordinary collectible in today's auction market. Next coin. The 1997 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark is a United States 10-cent coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint and widely released into circulation. Yet even though it was produced in massive quantities, it still attracts attention from coin collectors when specific conditions, mint errors, or high-grade preservation examples are discovered, because in modern numismatics, even recent coins can sometimes carry surprising auction value depending on rarity factors and condition quality. And the standard official weight of the 1997p Roosevelt dime is 2,268 grams, which remains consistent for both circulated and uncirculated coins because circulation does not affect the metal content or weight. Only the surface condition and visual appearance change over time. And in circulated condition, this dime typically shows clear signs of everyday handling, such as reduced mint luster, softening of fine details on Roosevelt's portrait, and visible scratches caused by contact with other coins, surfaces, and storage environments, while the reverse design featuring the torch, olive branch, and oak branch remains identifiable but may appear slightly worn on high points. And when we talk about wear and tear in a circulated 1997p dime, it includes flattening of Roosevelt's hair above the ear, loss of sharpness in facial contours, and minor edge dullness due to long-term use. And scratches become a very important factor in grading because even small lines across the fields or portrait can lower the coin's collectible value. And in this particular condition description, the coin is considered fine condition with additional rust-like environmental corrosion, which is not actual rust from iron, but rather oxidation, toning, or contamination caused by moisture, soil exposure, or improper storage, creating dark patches, uneven color, and surface damage that significantly reduces eye appeal and collector demand. And this combination of fine wear plus environmental damage means the coin is far from mint state quality, yet still retains enough structure for identification and basic numismatic interest. And when comparing circulated and uncirculated versions of the 1997p Roosevelt dime, the difference is very clear, because an uncirculated specimen shows full original mint brilliance, sharp details on both obverse and reverse, strong luster that reflects light evenly, and no signs of wear, although it may still carry minor bag marks from mint handling, and despite having the same official weight of 2,268 grams. Its visual quality is significantly higher, making it far more desirable in collector markets. And uncirculated coins are typically graded on the MS scale from MS60 to MS70, where higher grades represent near-perfect preservation, and coins in MS67 or above condition can become highly valuable in specialized auctions, especially if they show exceptional eye appeal or rare mint characteristics. And although the 1997p Roosevelt dime is a very common coin in everyday circulation, certain rare examples involving mint errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or exceptionally high-grade certified specimens can sometimes achieve strong demand in numismatic auctions, and in rare and highly specific cases. Unique combinations of top-grade preservation and unusual mint characteristics can reach high auction prices, with some reported or listed examples in collector markets being valued up to approximately $25,000. Although such pricing is extremely rare and not representative of normal circulated coins, and it applies only to extraordinary specimens that have been professionally graded and verified as unique or highly scarce. And in most real-world cases, a circulated 1997p Roosevelt dime with scratches, wear, and environmental damage remains worth only its face value or a very small premium. But the reason collectors still study such coins is because every dime has the potential, however small, to show rare minting variations or preservation quality that separates it from billions of ordinary strikes. And this is why careful examination of details such as surface condition, strike clarity, edge reading, and absence of cleaning is essential in determining true market value. Because cleaning or damage can drastically reduce collector interest, even if the coin appears shiny or unusual, And originality is always one of the most important factors in grading. And ultimately, the 1997p Roosevelt dime serves as a strong example of how modern coins, even those still found in circulation today, can carry different levels of value depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand, turning an ordinary 10-cent piece into a potentially significant auction item in the competitive world of United States coin collecting. Next coin. The 1997 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark is a United States 10-cent coin struck at the Denver Mint and released into massive circulation. Yet despite its extremely common nature, it can still become a topic of serious interest among collectors when unusual mint errors, exceptional preservation, or rare grading conditions are present, because even modern coins that are only a few decades old can sometimes reach surprisingly high values in the numismatic market depending on scarcity factors and condition quality. And the standard official weight of the 1997D Roosevelt dime is 2,268 grams, which remains the same for both circulated and uncirculated examples, since circulation does not affect metal content or weight, but only changes surface appearance and detail sharpness over time. And in circulated condition, this coin typically shows visible wear and tear, such as smoothing of Roosevelt's facial features, especially around the cheekbone and jawline, flattening of hair detail above the ear, and reduced mint luster caused by continuous handling in everyday transactions, while scratches are also a common feature in circulated pieces because contact with other coins, surfaces, and storage environments creates fine lines and marks across both obverse and reverse fields. And when combined with brownish toning, the overall visual appearance of the coin can change significantly, as brownish toning usually develops due to long-term oxidation, moisture exposure, or improper storage conditions, giving the coin a darker and less attractive surface that affects collector demand. And in this particular described condition, the coin is considered circulated with fine wear, scratches, and environmental toning that lowers its grade compared to mint state examples, yet still preserves enough detail to clearly identify the Roosevelt portrait and reverse torch design with olive and oak branches. And when evaluating circulated versus uncirculated versions of the 1997D Roosevelt dime, the difference is very important for collectors because an uncirculated specimen retains full original mint luster, sharp and complete design details, clean fields, and a bright reflective surface, even though it may still contain minor bag marks from the minting and packaging process. And both circulated and uncirculated coins maintain the same official weight of 2,268 grams. But their appearance and collector value are dramatically different, since uncirculated coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from MS-60 to MS-70, with higher grades representing near-perfect preservation, and coins in MS-65 or higher condition are often considered gem quality and can attract strong demand in auctions, especially when certified by professional grading companies. And although the 1997D Roosevelt dime is generally a very common modern coin found in pocket change, certain rare examples, such as those with mint errors, including double die strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, or exceptional MS-68 to MS-70 grades, can become highly valuable in specialized numismatic markets, and in extremely rare and extraordinary cases where a coin combines perfect preservation, strong eye appeal, and verified rarity, some auction listings and collector claims suggest values reaching up to approximately $42,000. Although such pricing is not representative of normal circulated coins and applies only to highly unusual specimens that have been professionally graded and confirmed as exceptional. And in most real-world situations, a circulated 1997D Roosevelt dime with scratches, wear and tear, and brownish toning remains worth only its face value or slightly above depending on collector interest. But the importance of examining such coins lies in the possibility that rare errors or high-grade conditions can exist unnoticed within common circulation. And this is why numismatists carefully inspect every detail, including strike sharpness, surface preservation, luster quality, edge condition, and any signs of cleaning or artificial alteration, because cleaning a coin can severely reduce its value even if it looks visually improved, as originality is one of the most important factors in determining market price. And a naturally toned coin with authentic aging is often preferred over a cleaned or altered piece. And ultimately, the 1997 Roosevelt dime serves as a strong example of how even modern circulating coins can vary widely in value depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand, transforming an ordinary 10-cent piece into a potentially significant auction item under the right circumstances in today's competitive, numismatic market. Next coin. The 1993 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark is a United States 10-cent coin struck at the Denver Mint and released into everyday circulation in very large numbers. Yet even though millions of these coins were produced, collectors still study them closely because certain rare varieties, unusual minting errors, or exceptionally preserved examples can sometimes reach strong values in specialized auctions. And this is why understanding the physical details of the 1993 Roosevelt dime is important when evaluating its potential worth, especially when discussing circulated condition, surface scratches, and heavy staining or rust-like damage that affects both appearance and collector interest. And the official standard weight of the 1993 Roosevelt dime is 2,268 grams, which remains the same whether the coin is circulated or uncirculated because circulation does not remove enough metal to significantly change weight, although long-term wear can affect surface detail and design clarity. And in circulated condition, this coin often shows common signs of usage, such as smoothing of Roosevelt's cheek, flattening of the hair details above the ear, and reduced luster due to repeated handling in daily transactions, while the reverse side featuring the torch with olive and oak branches may also display worn torch bands and slightly faded edges. Yet the overall design remains visible enough for identification. And scratches are one of the most noticeable features on circulated examples because coins frequently come into contact with other metal objects, creating thin lines or deeper marks across the fields in portrait. And when heavy staining or rust-like condition is present, the visual appearance changes even more dramatically because although Roosevelt dimes are made primarily of copper and nickel rather than iron, environmental exposure such as moisture, soil contact, or chemical reactions can produce dark stains, corrosion spots, and uneven discoloration that resemble rust, reducing eye appeal and making the coin less attractive to collectors. And heavy staining is considered a form of environmental damage which lowers the collectible grade even if the design remains readable. And when comparing circulated and uncirculated examples of the 1993 Roosevelt dime, the differences become very clear, as an uncirculated coin shows bright original mint luster, crisp edges, fully defined torch bands, and no visible wear on Roosevelt's portrait while still maintaining the same official weight of 2,268 grams, and such uncirculated coins are graded using the mint state scale from MS60 up to MS70, with higher numbers representing better preservation and stronger visual quality, and coins graded MS65 or higher are often considered premium examples that attract serious collector attention, especially when certified by professional grading companies that verify authenticity and condition. And although the majority of 1993 Roosevelt dimes remain common and typically worth only their face value when circulated with scratches or staining, certain rare specimens featuring minting errors such as double die impressions, off-center strikes, die cracks, or extremely high mint state grades can become valuable in competitive auction markets, and in rare and highly specific situations where a coin displays exceptional rarity or unique characteristics. Some collector reports and auction listings mention values reaching as high as approximately $47,000. But it is important to understand that such values apply only to extraordinary coins that meet strict grading and rarity requirements, rather than typical circulated pieces with heavy staining or rust-like damage. And in everyday coin collecting practice, a circulated 1993 Roosevelt dime showing scratches and environmental discoloration usually has limited market value beyond its face denomination. Yet the excitement of coin collecting continues because every coin has the potential to contain an unnoticed error or rare variety, encouraging collectors to carefully examine surface details, edge reading, strike sharpness, and overall preservation before making a final evaluation. And experts also emphasize avoiding cleaning or polishing coins because such actions remove original surfaces and drastically reduce value even if the coin appears brighter afterward, as originality remains one of the most important qualities in numismatics, and natural toning or aging is often preferred over artificial shine. And overall, the 1993D Roosevelt dime represents a clear example of how modern coins can vary widely in value depending on condition, rarity, and market demand, demonstrating that even a simple 10-cent piece can hold historical interest and potential auction significance when examined with careful attention to detail in today's competitive coin collecting environment. Thanks for watching this video. For more USA coins value and amazing coin facts, make sure to visit our channel and watch more videos. Stay connected for more interesting coin updates and collectibles.